stretches good parts of Alaska, parts of Canada, and Washington. Now, our makeup of the forest is more biodense than biodiverse. That's due to two main reasons. Our ice sheets are here, robbed us of our topsoil, and while we were trying to develop another layer of topsoil, our volcano erupted. Now, our volcano is considered a sister volcano to Mount Fuji. However, Mount Fuji is basic, and this is just on the look too. They straight up look like the same volcano. But Mount Fuji is basic. Our volcano's name is Mount Edgecombe, the more acidic, sulfuric base. Mary Iron. That was me, sorry. That was me. So, because of those two main reasons, that acidic ash and no topsoil because of our ice sheet, we're biodense. So, a good example of this is our western hemlock. This makes about 80% of our neck of the woods. Say you go down to Washington. Western hemlock may make 15 to 25% of the forest. It just depends on where you are. Still official Tongass, but different makeup. Also different mammal life as well. So Washington may have different species of bears, more deer, moose, antlers, anything like that. Compared to, we only have 5 main mammals on the island. Now that's western hemlock, 80% of our forest. We use food as identifiers, so as we're going around, look for that bacon strip bark. Now you're all thinking bacon. It's my job to make you hungry and then send you into town. So, I know they have quiz night on your boats. So, there's a new quiz later today. Better remember this. Does anyone know our state tree?
Sitka spruce.
Sitka spruce, that's correct. There we go.
What's your goal?
You'll pass trivia night. Sitka spruce. So, this makes, unfortunately, 10% of our forest. Now, Sitka spruce is renowned for its acoustic quality. Steinway pianos, all of those soundboards are made of Sitka spruce. Mark Guitars, some of their acoustic guitars. There's a surfboard company that makes surfboards out of Sitka spruce. And so those companies, they're only allowed to take about 100 or so trees every summer. And there's lots of rules and regulations on that. We care more about our forest. If you couldn't tell, we only have 14 miles of road. We have more trail and dock than road. So, oh, I thought you said, okay. So, 10% of our forest is that Sitka spruce. Now, as identifiers, we call it potato chip bark. Very, kind of flakes off into weird shaped potatoes. Very, potato chips, very interesting. Hi! Okay, now, the other 10% of our forest is really oddball trees. We used to have a lot more of them, especially before the Russians came and did a 1 to 2 mile clear cut around our forest, or sorry, around our island. If you folks look, these 3 trees here, those are red alders. Kind of look like a birch or an aspen, even the leaves kind of look like it. Well, that white stuff on the outside is a lichen. And a lichen is an algae and a fungus growing symbiotically together. So, it does kind of give it that birchy look. That's a red alder. Again, very slim percentage, and it's in the name. If you were to cut it down, you'd see this beautiful vibrant red wood on the inside. You can make that into a dye or a paint, but most of the time we use it for smoking our meats and our fish. Really good flavor. Now, because of our volcanic ash and the fact that we don't have a topsoil really, our roots, here this root system, doesn't really form that big ball and tap roots that you see when you're planting, say, a new fruit tree. They spread out, connect with each other all the time, and fall over in this fashion. Now these trees, this happened about 6 years ago. And so they are on their way to decay. Our banana slug will actually crawl across this kind of mulch that's on top of the trees and replant our forest. Because of our acidic ash, nothing really grows here. You can already see on the roots of this tree we have some little red huckleberries and another red alder growing at the top. It'll take another 15 or so years to completely decay and turn into another layer of topsoil. It's very interesting. Our topsoil, it takes thousands of years for this, it takes hundreds of years for this to fully decay and become one with Mother Nature again. So we have about 12 to 16 inches of topsoil, and our volcano erupted due to oral tradition 5,000 to 8,000 years ago. So it's happening, but it's a very slow process. So, a great example actually, pardon me folks, of a nurse stump system, if you folks want to take a look. And we'll walk through one today, but this is just to give you a good idea. This stump here, or I should say this tree, Can you see this hole? You see straight to the other side? Well, so these pieces I took out a couple weeks ago. There's almost no more structure left to this stump here. They were right here. All you have to do is really just tap it. It's kind of loose and wiggling. So this hemlock here is leaching off of those nutrients and taking away its structure. So I'm kind of stoked